Self-improvement is one of the best things you can pick up for yourself. However, just like anything, if you don't do it properly, it can have the opposite effect. Which I guess the opposite of self-improvement is self-depleting. So to make sure you're self-improving and not self-depleting, here are 7 self-improvement mistakes to avoid. Starting with the first mistake, distancing yourself from others. You see, when it comes to improvement, self-improvement, that comes with focusing on yourself. And because of that, you'll tend to think that you need to distance yourself from others. You know the whole put your head down, grind, don't talk to anybody for 6 months, do your own thing, and come out of it being a boss, being the top of the game. But there's a very fine line, because with self-improvement, of course, while improving yourself, that means you might have to eliminate or distance yourself from people in your life that aren't aligning with your goals. Yes, that makes complete sense, and I agree with you doing that. However, it doesn't mean you should not be talking to anybody. Actually, part of self-improvement is socializing, talking to new people, getting out of your comfort zone, because that builds confidence, that builds your social skills, that builds your communication skills. For me personally, I have my priorities, which are the things that I focus on myself. My content creation, my workout, my fitness journey, my business growth. Yes, those are things that if I want to improve in, I need to be alone, focusing just on those things. So me sitting at my desk, me being at the gym on my own, doing these things by myself. But at the same time, I make sure to balance that with a proper social life. I'm not saying you need to go out and party and go to clubs, but hanging around with friends, going out hiking, going to a coffee shop. If there's an interesting event, you go with people, because at the end of the day, why are you doing self-improvement? It's so that you can be confident with yourself, but also confident around others. But you can't practice that if you're completely eliminating yourself from every social situation. The second common self-improvement mistake is setting unrealistic goals. Saying things like, I want to be a millionaire, I want to be making $100,000 in profit with my own business, when you haven't even started a business. It's good to have those vision and dreams for yourself in your head, but it shouldn't be your main focus, your main goal. Because making $1 million or having a business that will make you $100,000 in profit, yes, it's definitely attainable, but it'll take some time. So it's really easy to let go or quit if that's your only goal. So shoot for the stars, but one step at a time. And a great way to do this is with the 5 goal setting plan. So the 5-step goal setting plan works like this. Choose a fairly small, specific, and attainable goal that you can likely achieve, let's say within 2-3 months. That could be starting a YouTube channel and uploading your first video. That could be losing 10 pounds, whatever it is. So once you do that, congratulations, you already did step 1 of the 5-step goal setting plan, which is to determine the goal. Once you've determined the goal, then we go into step 2, which is writing and planning the goal. So you want to make a YouTube channel, okay, write down, what am I going to make videos about? What is my first video going to be about? How long is the video going to be? How can I increase click-through rate? How can I increase retention time? Will I be talking to the camera? Will it be simply overlays with my voiceover? You write down and you plan what it is you want to do, the specific goal that you have in mind. Then we go into step number 3, which is to start. And this is always the trickiest step, because people to start, they think they need to have everything ready, everything planned out. Most of the time when you start working towards a goal, you won't have all the resources you need right now to attain that goal. But once you start, and as you do it, you'll learn over time and improve over time to get closer and closer to that goal. And that's where step 4 comes in. You track. So you started, you filmed, and you uploaded the first video. Step 4, you track the progress. So you look at the analytics of your video. It didn't have so many views. It didn't have a good click-through rate. It didn't have a good retention time. Once you track all these metrics, then you go into the final step, number 5, which is to adjust. You track the progress, and now you say, okay, well, for my next video, I'm gonna make sure to have a good intro to hook people off the bat. I'm gonna have a mystery element at the beginning of my video and slowly reveal it throughout the video. This way it increases retention time. You're adjusting. This way you improve over time. And then you're simply bouncing between 5 and 4. You track the progress, you adjust, you track again, you readjust, you track again, you readjust, and then if you stay consistent to that over time, you will accomplish whatever goal it is you have in mind. The third self-improvement mistake, and this is a very common one that I see amongst many, is relying too much on motivation. I made a few videos on this in the past called the self-improvement trap, which is essentially where you're falling in love with the idea of becoming the best version of yourself, yet you're neglecting the action of actually doing it. So you're on TikTok and you see these videos of becoming rich and successful, getting in really good shape, and you sit there on your couch, on your bed, imagining yourself becoming rich, becoming in really good shape. And it feels really good in the moment because you're getting a dopamine rush from that. However, when you zoom out, all you're doing is simply sitting down, watching a video, and you're not doing any action to work towards that. So it's a fine line because motivation is good, it's a spark. However, a spark is not enough. You want to create a flame. So you get the spark from the motivation, but make sure to light it up, create that flame and keep it going. So you get motivated, amazing, go to the gym, go work out. You saw something on TikTok about starting a YouTube channel and that inspired you, amazing, go on your computer, go on your phone, start writing down ideas, ideas, start informing yourself about editing skills, thumbnail. Do the action itself and not just relying on the motivation because it makes you feel good. Now when it comes to inputting information through content, yes, you can find very good information on platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. However, it's also bundled up with other type of content that might distract you. And that's why I suggest when it comes to inputting information around self-improvement to balance that with information you get from books. Now I've never been a big reader myself, and that's why I enjoy Shortform. They're actually the sponsor of this video, and here's why I like them a lot, because I know that there's a lot of great information amongst a bunch of non-fiction books out there. However, it is pretty time consuming to read all these books. Shortform makes the world's best guides on non-fiction books. It's like book summaries but on steroids. They have interactive exercises to help you apply the ideas you just learned so you don't forget them like I do when I read books sometimes. For example, one of the most popular books in self-improvement is Atomic Habits by James Clear. Now on average, that book takes 12 hours to read. However, Shortform summarizes it in just 2 hours. Now they hooked us up. They gave me a link that I can now give you guys where you can get a free trial plus a 20% discount once you get started. All you have to do is click the link in my description down below and you'll get access to the free trial. The fourth self-improvement mistake is doing extreme. So for example, a dopamine detox, doing monk mode, doing the 75 hard challenge. Again, very fine line, because let's say you actually do have a problem with something, which is dopamine. You love going on your phone, you love fapping, you love doing all these things that give you so much dopamine. Then in that case, yes, maybe it is good to go to complete extreme, do a dopamine detox, where for a week, you're completely eliminating screen time, you're not fapping at all, you're eliminating all these dopamine sources to essentially rewire your brain. But the thing about these kind of challenges and detoxes is that it's not sustainable for a long duration of time. Getting into mistake number 5 is setting too many goals. I understand you want to improve yourself, but you're not superhuman. You can't focus on a bunch of things at one time. Because if you do, yes, you might still improve yourself slightly within all these various goals that you're aiming for. However, if you prioritize 1 or 2 at a time, your focus and your attention will be on those specific goals. And it goes back to the 5-step plan, right? You have this 1 or 2 goals that you're focusing on, putting your time, energy, and attention into it. And over time, if you stay consistent to it, you will improve drastically within those goals. And then you can start branching out and focusing on different areas. I personally suggest that you focus on one thing that will increase your fitness performance, working out, playing a sport, one thing that will elevate your mindset, meditating, journaling, and one thing to increase your financial literacy, such as learning a digital skill, copywriting, investment, etc. And those are also the 3 pillars to self-improvement: fitness, mindset, wealth. Mistake number 6 is comparing yourself to others. Because no matter how good you are within whatever it is you're doing, there's always going to be someone doing it better than you. And that's why they say comparison is a thief of joy. Because no matter what situation you're in, how much progress you've done, if you start comparing, you'll see someone that's done it better and bigger than you. And automatically, something that once made you feel fulfilled and that you were grateful for now feels pretty insignificant because you're comparing it to this person who achieved so much more. And this is another fine line, because when I started YouTube, I would look at these YouTubers that I aspired to be like, but I would use it as a source of inspiration rather than envying them. It's good to look at someone that has achieved more within a specific field and see it as inspiration, as, oh, this is possible, this is attainable, that means I can one day achieve that. Instead of saying, oh, he achieved that, that's unfair, why didn't I get it, he got lucky, because then that becomes completely meaningless. You're not improving yourself at all. You're digging a deeper hole for yourself. You're focusing on someone that's doing something better than you, and you're not focusing on improving yourself. To focus on you, look at others as a source of inspiration, but at the end of the day, you're on your own path. Be grateful for what you have while working towards what you want. And mistake number 7 is ignoring setbacks. Setbacks, failure, it's a completely natural process of self-improvement. When you're improving yourself, that means you are essentially trying new things that you've never tried before. And because of that, you're gonna mess up, you're gonna fail, you're gonna have setbacks. Now, some people might look at those setbacks as personal inadequacy. I wasn't good enough. I didn't try hard enough. This is not meant for me. Because of that, I quit. Others will look at setbacks as an opportunity for growing and learning. Okay, I tried this. This didn't work out. That means I need to adjust it and retrack it and readjust it. Going back to that 5-step goal setting plan. And I'm not telling you to be a monk. Of course, when you fail, when you have setbacks, it sucks in the moment. But don't ignore it. Acknowledge it for what it is. Okay, I tried something. I did fail. I did mess up. But that's simply a sign telling me that I need to adjust something. I need to fix something before I keep moving forward towards accomplishing this goal. Subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the next video.